All right, this is Josh Weaver with Greene County Fertilizer Company in Greensboro, Georgia. January 1st of this year, we became distributor of chemicals to include herbicides, pre and post-emergence, insecticides, fungicides, and growth regulators. So today I'm going to go over a label of one of the products that we distribute. It's probably one that many of you are familiar with and probably are currently using right now. This label review is over Prodiamine 65 WDG herbicide. This is for pre-emergent control of grass and broadleaf weeds and established turf grasses, excluding golf course putting greens. Very important to note that. You can also use this product around landscaping ornamentals in nurseries and established plantings. Basically, the active ingredient in this product is Prodiamine, as is in the name of the product, and it's 65% active ingredient. Personal protective equipment with this particular product is long sleeve shirt and long pants, chemical resistant gloves, and shoes plus socks. I also recommend wearing eye protection during mixing and loading, as well as during application of the product, and this is with all products. As far as mixing and application, for mixing, you're going to fill the spray tank a quarter full with clean water or fluid fertilizer only, and you're going to go ahead and start agitation and check to ensure it's working properly. Then you're going to add your Prodiamine herbicide directly into the tank, and then add the rest of the carrier to obtain the final spray solution or spray volume. You can use a tracking dye or spray colorant along with this herbicide, and what that does, if you're not familiar with it, is it's used to mark areas that are treated, as this will improve application accuracy by minimizing swath skips and overlaps. And then thing two you're going to want to know with this product is you're going to want to maintain a vigorous agitation in the tank before and during application, and this way you'll have a well-mixed spray suspension. Do not allow the spray suspension to dry in the tank. You also want to thoroughly clean the sprayer after using by flushing the system with water containing a detergent. And you can refer to the pesticide disposal section of the label for waste disposal. For application, again, continuing down that path, you want to apply a minimum of 20 gallons of carrier or water or fluid fertilizer using a calibrated low pressure sprayer. Broadcast boom or handheld wand designed for herbicide or insecticide application is going to provide you with the best results. So this product has a lot of weeds it will help to control. Again, remember, this is a pre-emergent. It's only going to work on weeds before they emerge. And just some examples is goosegrass, Johnson grass, crabgrass. It has excellent control for crabgrass. Florida pusley is another one, shepherd's purse, a lot of weeds that it will control. So we want to look at crabgrass control here. Crabgrass seed germination dates, they give us a map of the US here on the label. And generally, if you're in that Florida or the Panhandle area, or even up the coast of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, the approximate date for crabgrass seed germination is going to be January 1 to March 20. And then as you move up, throughout the country, it gets later, all the way out to after May the 30th, if you're up in the Northeast and Northwest. So it's important to know these dates so you can plan your application accordingly. And something else too to mention here, for optimum weed control with Prodiamine, you're going to make sure it's activated by at least a half inch of rainfall irrigation before the weed seed germinates, and within 14 days following the application. So it's important to note, with length of crabgrass control, the label gives us another table. And basically on the left-hand side of the table, if you use a half pound per acre, you can expect a 2 to maybe 3 month control of crabgrass. If you stretch that all the way out to the 1.5 pounds per acre, you're looking at about an 8-month control of crabgrass. And again, this is going to vary by region, but this table is going to give us an average for your planning purposes. So some application rates, if you're going down on Bermuda grass, centipede, St. Augustine, tall fescue, and zoysia, you're going to be 1 pound to 2.3 pounds per acre. If you're at buffalo grass or bluegrass or perennial rye, you're going to be 1/2 pound to 1.5 pounds per acre. And then you get out to fine fescues and creeping bent grass, you're going to be 1/2 pound to 1 pound an acre. So that's on the label. Again, follow the label, follow the application rates and timings. So if you're going to use this around landscape, ornamental and plantings, you're going to apply as a broadcast over the top or as a directed spray. And you're going to delay application to newly transplanted ornamentals until soil has settled around transplants. So again, you want to make sure that the ornamentals you have are on the label, that this product's not going to damage them. I know a lot of guys use Prodiamine in like juniper areas, ivy areas, Asiatic jasmine, just to name a few. But there are many ornamentals on the label. So application rate is going to be 1 pound to 2.3 pounds per acre. But if you know, we're generally in 1,000 square foot increments in landscape beds, so we're going to be 0.37 to 0.83 ounces per 1,000. And you're going to put this out in fall or spring before weeds germinate or after weeds are removed. So storage and disposal, thing you want to know is we're going to make sure we're maintaining our pesticide application records, and you're going to do that for a period of 2 years. You're going to, when you have an empty container, you're going to triple rinse it. Basically, that means you're going to rinse the jug out 3 times, pour the rinsate back into the tank, and then you're going to render that jug unusable by poking a hole in it and then disposing of it properly. One thing to remember is the label is the law. Always follow the label. If you have questions, consult the label. Contact us here at Greene County Fertilizer Company. And again, this is Josh Weaver, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you very much.